अरे आज अपन वो रिकॉर्ड करते हैं ना, वो क्या बोलते हैं उसको, वो
क्या भाई क्या भाई
वो
क्या भाई?
मुंह खोलो तो निकलता है ना, वो क्या बोलते हैं
झाग
उसको?
झाग।
नहीं नहीं नहीं, वो ऐसा वो लंबी चीज के आगे मुंह खोलते हैं
अरे
वो
ऐसी सी बात मत कर कोई।
अरे क्या बोलते हैं उसको? पॉडकास्ट, वो हाँ पॉडकास्ट, उसको वो रिकॉर्ड करते हैं. हेलो एंड वेलकम टू हैज इट एज वेल. दैट वाज अ line or rather impersonation from the 2002 film Awara Pagal Divana. To talk about Awara Pagal Divana with me in the studio is not Urjita Wani because she's in Delhi, she's
Yes.
touring. I've been mentioning that she's been doing her show around the country, so she happens to be in Delhi. But us being the diligent podcasters that we are, we're like, we can't miss an episode. So Urjita, wherever you are, I hope you're having a good time. But to talk about Awara Pagal Divana with me in the studio is a spoken word artist, storyteller. He's someone who has a sizable social media following.
Yes.
And he loves movies, and he has, despite not being in 100% of health, he's taken his time out on a Saturday morning to come record this episode with us. Please welcome to Hazard Age Well. He's a listener of the show, he's a fan of the show. Please welcome Ishpreet Balbir.
Thank you so much, guys. Thank you, Abbas. Thank you so much. I think you are the Pagal, I am the Divana.
Awara is
Missing
out
today. Avara is missing today.
Yes.
But I'm really excited to be part of this. I remember reaching out to you and telling you how much I love the show. And I'm a huge Bollywood fan or Govinda fan, and I was really excited of being part of the show.
But Govinda's not in this movie.
I know, but we'll come to that.
Spirit.
No, we'll come to that of why this movie makes a lot of reasoning of why Govinda and everything. I'll tell you about it.
All right, cool. So Ishpreet, we have discussed Deewane Hue Pagal on this show before.
Yes.
And that has the unique distinction of being the only movie जिसको मैंने 0 out of 10 दिया था. तो आवारा पागल दीवाना from 2002, directed by Vikram Bhatt, who has a very unique filmography. We'll come to that.
Yes.
Written by Neeraj Vora. Also, I should mention we are doing this episode right after our Hera Pheri episode.
Okay.
And it's important to put that in context because Hera Pheri came out in 2000.
Yes.
Also stars Sunil Shetty, Akshay
Yes.
Kumar, and Paresh Rawal, also Om Puri. And then you have Awara Pagal Divana. But before we get into that, just in a nutshell, tell me a little bit about yourself. You're a storyteller, you're a spoken word artist.
Yes.
How did that happen? Why did you choose that particular medium to express yourself? And where can people find you?
Okay. It was, I would say, it was luck by chance, very honestly.
Okay, not the Zoya Akhtar.
Not the Zoya Akhtar one. I had a penchant for writing. I always liked writing. I used to write as a copywriter in an ad agency.
Right.
And then I think circumstances just happened where I got the opportunity to be on stage.
And then when Nasiruddin Shah came to you and like, ये तो उनके लिए लिखते हो, अपने लिए क्या लिखते हो?
I wish he did. No, but so I used to write in an ad agency and got the opportunity to be on stage. Okay. And I always believe that being on stage is an experience that kind of changes you.
Okay.
And when you are on stage, once you leave the stage, you have two emotions. You either are someone who will be like, it's like a drug, or it's like a feeling of endomorphin that you haven't experienced before, and you're like, when can I experience it again? Or you're so scared, or you're so nervous about the entire situation, your heart is beating like it has never beaten before, and you're like, bas ho gaya. Ab ye ek baar kar liya na, it's like a checklist and I'm done with it. But for me, it was the former rather than the latter. So once I was on stage, I was nervous. But once I started, I felt a lot more comfortable. And once I was done, I couldn't wait to be on stage again. And that's been the journey of the last 3-4 years. I have been performing at different venues in Bombay, different parts of India. I try to tell stories in every way possible. It's on stage. I create a lot of these cinematic experiences on Instagram as well. People, please follow me on Ishpreet Balbir. Very straightforward plugin.
Yeah. The link will be in the description, so please click on that and follow.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And is there a particular emotion or a genre that you look at when you're writing for your performances?
Yeah, which is so it's a little ironic. So as a viewer, I love watching comedy movies, but as a storyteller, I love to make people cry.
That's what I was coming to, because I, of course, went through your Instagram page and I'm like, ये बंदा तो यार बहुत like heartfelt and emotional pieces लिख रहा है. But then when I asked you what movie you want to discuss, Your options are like Deewana Mastana, Aara Pagal Deewana, Three Idiots.
यार,
I'm like, okay.
So I don't know. I don't get this logic. I love to make people cry.
Okay.
मुझे बहुत मजा आता है.
Okay.
मतलब अगर ऐसा इंसान सर सामने फूट कर ना रो रहा हो ना तो मुझे ऐसा अजीब सा लगने लगता है. I want people to like just think about their life and everything that has gone wrong and cry. Because I think you remember the moment when you really cry from your heart.
Yeah.
Because laughter is something कुछ ना कुछ हो जाता है. It's a very external thing also, laughter. Like you see something randomly happening on the street, you'll have a laugh. You'll watch the news, you'll have a laugh.
I usually cry while watching the news nowadays, but never mind. To each their own.
Yeah. So you go on social media, you have like every second something or the other is happening just to make you laugh.
Correct.
But to make you cry, there is something that has to be touched upon internally, like something really close. A lot of people even cry at Tare Zameen Par. It's a very unpopular opinion I'm saying, but I don't like Tare Zameen Par.
Should we discuss Tare Zameen Par today?
I can, but it'll be a big rant.
I know now. I know next movie to call you for. So
I'm very highly opinionated when it comes to movies, and I very rarely cry in movies.
So let me get this straight. You think Tare Zameen Par is overrated, but Awaara Pagal Deewana, according to you,
it's gonna sound so weird.
It's a take.
See. So when Tare Zameen Par released, it released with this movie which is iconic, Welcome. And
did it?
It released on the same day.
All right.
And guess which movie did I go to?
Not Tare Zameen Par.
Exactly. People were like, they're like, every time they watch Tare Zameen Par, they are crying, tears are coming out. They're like, Ishan Awasthi. I'm like, arey yaar, hatao yaar.
क्या इतना बुरा हूँ मैं माँ?
It's just.
But you went for miracle.
Of course.
So, of course, Welcome came out a little later than this film. Awaara Pagal Deewana, I mean, if you look at the star cast, it really has the who's who of the Indian comedy scene at that time.
Absolutely.
Like I said, Akshay Kumar and Sunil Shetty had just stepped into mainstream comedy with Hera Pheri.
Yeah.
They are in this movie. Paresh Rawal, Johnny Lever, Om Puri makes an appearance.
Om Puri has the greatest scene in this movie,
which is
diamond और मेरा सूट ले लेना. Amazing. I personally think that the Indian comedy scene is can be divided into two halves. Okay. Your entire 90s is like your Kader Khan and Govinda, and the third person could either be an Asrani or it can be Shakti Kapoor.
Or a Johnny Lever. Or
sometimes a Johnny Lever. Johnny Lever wasn't always there in David Dhawan movies. Okay. So this is like your two people who are the front and center, the faces of the Indian comedy scene. Cut to 2000, it's Akshay Kumar and Paresh Rawal who are like the front and center.
Correct.
And the third person changes from either Asrani to a Rajpal Yadav or sometimes a Johnny Lever as well. So when we were saying Govinda as well, so it's like the passing of the baton in some sorts, because 2000 is like the turning point.
Yes.
Like Hera Pheri comes in.
Yes.
And then Awaara Pagal Deewana, and then it continues for I think an entire decade. The last movie I personally remember of all of them together was De Danadan, which came in 2009. So an entire decade where we saw like this combination in different forms, either by Vikram Bhatt, which we'll discuss, or I think the spiritual successor of David Dhawan, which is Priyadarshan.
Yeah. So I spoke about this in the Hera Pheri episode also. I also made a similar distinction that if you chart the comedy genre in Hindi films, I think you have Andaz Apna Apna, which again did not get, which wasn't a successful film when it came out. It found an audience later on. Then you have The Chunk, where David Dhawan is dominating, and then Priyadarshan takes the baton, sort of runs with it. And then after that, we thought then after Priyadarshan and that wave of comedy films, then we haven't had that unique comedic voice in Hindi films since then. Like the 2010s, the last film we discussed about it on that episode was Stree, is probably the last film I watched which I thought was genuinely funny. Then you have your Badhai Ho, Badhai Do and all of that.
Agreed.
Phone Bhoot I thought was sort of funny in some places.
I'm judging you.
Yeah, I know. I could tell by your...
Yeah.
I could tell by your look. But and then the conclusion,
One minute. Phone Booth is the one with Katrina.
Katrina, Siddhant Dwivedi, and
हाँ, definitely judging you.
yeah. ठीक थे यार. And then the conclusion we came to, I like how I'm summarizing the Hera Pheri episode for you. But the thing is that the comedy we used to get from the Priyadarshan movies has kind of disseminated into web series and YouTube creators and Instagram creators, where that same kind of comedic thrill we get. And talking about that Awara Pagal Divana, like, first of all, this was like a huge time capsule for me, because Aftab Shivdisani, Preeti Jhangiani, Rahul Dev, मतलब ये नाम और ये चेहरे देखे हुए मुझे मतलब सालों हो गए हैं. But the one thing that stuck out to me, man, I have seen so many scenes of these on Instagram and on like YouTube shorts, because that's how the virality is feeding into these films now.
Agreed.
That the newer generation is going back to Priyadarshan films purely because they come across them in memes or on Instagram reels.
So I think so you are completely right with the fact that in the last, I think, decade we haven't had great comedy movies. Stree is okay. I could count Stree as one of those movies, but I don't think Stree has any like a particular scene or like or scenes that you would see like say a decade or two after and just randomly remember.
Okay.
Like a scene from like a Dhule Raja or any of these Govinda movies. ऐसा
Yeah.
you just remember it at the back of your mind.
I mean, just that मैं तो आपके साथ ही हूँ. ये कैसा मेरे साथ है? Like, you know.
And it is like the perfect blend of physical comedy,
Yes.
the kind of people that are there and everything. I remember in even one of the episodes you were talking about Anadi #1. I remember watching Anadi #1 as a child in the theatre, and that Peti scene and the Khoka scene is such it's so stupid, it's so good. But again, coming back, the point is I think there has been a shift in terms of culture. A couple of things.
Okay.
One, there was the introduction of Kapil Sharma that happened, I think, by the end of the 2000 decade. So that happened, I think, that kind of changed things.
How?
I think because comedy, then people were getting those comedy movies in, people were getting those gags and laughs
On TV.
on TV as well. Then WhatsApp came into being, social media came into being. You got people trying to be funny on social media. WhatsApp jokes started. That was the start of the entire RVCJ page as well.
Yeah.
Like the
RVCJ Kids it stands for Rajnikant versus CID jokes.
Yeah. So that's where the entire Rajnikant jokes also started, right?
Yeah.
Twitter also started. So everybody then started to be funny themselves rather than being consumers of comedy as
comedy.
well.
Yeah.
I think that made a huge difference. I don't know why, but the people who were making comedies also stopped making comedies. Like Akshay Kumar spent an entire decade just making humorous movies one after the other, and then suddenly stopped.
Right.
Suddenly there was the entire Bharat Kumar that came into being, and
I think it's still going on at the time of
it's
recording.
still going on. It's still going on. So for some reason they stopped. Priyadarshan stopped making movies altogether in at least in the Hindi belt.
Yeah, so Pulkit Kochar, who was our guest for the Hera Pheri episode, said that he did make Hangama 2, which came out during the lockdown, and it was pretty bad. I haven't seen it, but according to him, it was pretty bad. So somehow, and this...
Pulkit has a lot of guts to watch that movie. I couldn't watch the fucking trailer, yaar. She...
So, which brings me to this theory of mine that, again, I think it was a group of people. Like, even if you see Awara Pagal Divana, the dialogues are written by Neeraj Vora, who also wrote Hera Pheri, who's written like...
the late Neeraj Vora, amazing.
You name any comedy film from the 90s or 2000s, Neeraj Vora has probably been involved in this, right?
So, a lot of people don't know Neeraj Vora is also an amazing actor.
Yes, of course.
There is this movie, again, don't judge me for watching this, but there's this movie called Man that came in 1999.
Yes, of
Neeraj
course.
Vora plays like the best friend sidekick of Amir Khan. And so there are a couple of gag scenes that he does in the movie. So he's an amazing actor himself. And I think his most iconic scene would be in this movie called Dord.
Of course, yeah,
by
we
Sanjay Dutt.
spoke about that.
बहुत बड़े खिलाड़ी थे, बहुत बड़े शिकारी थे. So I think Neeraj Vora again has a penchant for writing, directing, acting. He's perfect.
But I feel he needed a Priyadarshan Neeraj Vora collaboration did something special that Neeraj Vora on his own or Priyadarshan on his own could not do.
Agreed.
Because Neeraj Vora then makes Hera Pheri 2,
Huh.
which is not as good as Hera Pheri. And Priyadarshan also makes some movies without Neeraj Vora, which are not as good as this dream run that he had with Hera Pheri, Hangama, Halchal, and all of those.
Yeah, I have a belief that I think comedy movies cannot be made, like there can't be a sequel to it. Because as you said, right place, right time, right energy. A lot of these things are improv. Like I've seen so many interviews of these actors. Arshad Varsi is one of the
Yeah.
greatest comedy actors that we have had in
Yeah.
our times. And he also says a lot of these things are just things that are said, done at that moment. Now for you to just create the entire experience altogether in a different movie with the same template is very, very difficult.
Lage raho Munna Bhai MBBS.
But now see, now the thing with like, I am, okay, again, if you have to, I would ask you this question. Do you really think Lage Raho Munna Bhai is as good as Munna Bhai MBBS?
I would say yes, but then I would also add the fact that Munna Bhai MBBS is more a pure comedy, whereas Lage Raho Munna Bhai has a bit of a social commentary injected into it. So definitely Raju Hirani and Abhijat Joshi, I think, who wrote the sequel, they took the template of Munna Bhai MBBS, but then they were trying to elevate it a little bit with Lage Raho Munna Bhai. So on a comedic level, like which movie do I go back to more? It's Munna Bhai MBBS. But which movie do I take something more from is Lage Raho Munna Bhai, if that makes sense.
So for me, I would say, so again, Raju Hirani has this template of having, so his basic structure of any movie, if you see, if you leave the last two.
Underdog goes against the system.
So there's an underdog, there's a cause, and there is a creative device.
And Boman Irani is the villain.
Boman Irani is the villain. There is a creative device in everything. Jadoo Ki Chappi was the creative device in the first one. Gandhigiri was the creative device in Lage Raho Munna Bhai. Three Idiots was All Is Well. And PK was Wrong Number. So he has a creative device in every movie to solve something. His character, as you said, is an underdog, but is also unique to that situation. So in
Sanju is innocent. Yeah. Sorry, continue.
So it was.
And Donkey, we don't know. Donkey is almost an abstract movie.
I remember watching Donkey in Gate Galaxy. And Gate Galaxy is predominantly very Salman and Shah Rukh. And so when they appear on the screen, आपको सुनाई नहीं
Pandemonium,
देगी. It's a pandemonium thing. But Donkey just felt like it was. I don't know what went wrong.
That's okay.
That's a completely
a different podcast altogether.
Yeah.
Let's come back to Aara Pagal Deewana. 2002, I was 14 years old, and I remember again this was in that run of comedy films that used to come out. Aara Pagal Deewana also, like, every character in this film has a quirk, right? So like Paresh Rawal forgets names, Sunil Shetty's Anna cannot remember things but in a different way. Johnny Lever's name is Chota Chhatri. Okay, I'll give you my broad take on this film. Like I said, it was like a trip down memory lane, like a blast from the past. I did not love this movie as much as Hera Pheri. I was like, man, what a time capsule. What a, like, it's of its time. And I'm kind of glad we don't make movies like this anymore. But you clearly have a fondness for this film. Tell me why you. By the way, before that, I should read the Google movie synopsis for this. I will not even try to recap the plot of this movie because it is insane. But the two-line synopsis is Dr. Anmol, a dentist and henpecked husband, lives in a miserable existence in New York due to his domineering wife. However, his troubles increase when he unwittingly gets embroiled in a mafia rivalry. Now, when you read this,
this makes it sound very serious and a very David Fincher cinema, but it's Vikram Bhatt. There's this.
Ishpreet, will you agree that, like, I made a list of all the films I could think of that it was copied from while watching.
There's a page. I think there's a page on Wikipedia or somewhere where all the movies of Vikram Bhatt are written, and it's a tabular
वो
format.
तो अलग है.
हाँ.
आप विक्रम भट्ट के विकिपीडिया पेज पे जाओगे तो फिल्मोग्राफी में जब जाओगे there's the film
Films copied
and there's
and
another
inspired
column
by.
which says inspired
Yes.
by, and in one particular year he's copied 2 films from one Hollywood film. Okay, so
Vikram Bhatt is the first director, I think, in Indian history that has remade or copied his own film. So there are 2 films. There is Angare with Akshay Kumar and Nagarjuna, which he made, and then he made it again, I think a few years later, called Footpath with Aftab Siddasani and Imran Hashmi. Imran Hashmi's first movie.
Right.
Imran Hashmi fan.
And you're judging me for liking phone booth.
Aapki Kashish is the song.
Okay. No, but here, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, which is where
he went Brett.
Okay.
Bruce Lee.
The Matrix, of course. ये भी एक Instagram पे वो है, frame by frame the scene of.
I know the scene in this movie.
Then, of course, when Akshay Kumar reveals that he's Rahul Dev, that's straight out of Mission Impossible 2.
Yes.
There is Fight Club and Rambo 3, जो Sunil Shetty का introduction scene है, where he's fighting the guy.
Yes.
Numerous kung fu movies, which the things have been copied from. So, Ishpreet, despite all of this, why do you have a fondness for Awara Pagal Deewana? Please tell me.
I think it is
and I get nostalgia कि हाँ आपने बचपन में ये फिल्म देखी होगा, वो बहुत पसंद आई होगी. What other than that?
यार I think for me it is the perfect definition of वो बोलता ना कि ये leave your brains at home and watch this movie. Whatever you have said is absolutely right. There is no logic to what's happening,
right.
But it is funny, it is interesting, and I think the point is in recent times this entire discussion that we keep happening about the kind of movies that we are making, the kind of machismo, alpha, ultra, hashtag asshole heroes that we are trying to make, which either inspire or kind of create an imagery in the mind of the youth. Like there is this huge debate. Like we can go as and as about it, but the point is a movie like an Awara Pagal Deewana or the entire slate of movies that happened in the early 2000s were a definition of movies and cinema that an average Indian middle class could enjoy, could go to a theater or could watch in their living rooms with the entire family being there and having a blast. You don't need to really think too much. यार जिंदगी में बहुत सारे मसले वैसे ही चल रहे हैं. We have too many things happening already in our lives. A movie like this is a movie that you can just enjoy with a popcorn. And I like that kind of cinema.
Okay. So let me push back a little bit on that. So you're an artist yourself.
Yes.
Do you think it's an asset when you say it's a perfect example of leave your brains at home kind of an entertainment? Because I'm sure you as an artist, when you are making you're doing a performance and you're writing something, you want, like you said, you like to make people cry, so you clearly want them to affect their lives,
give
right?
A reaction,
in many ways. So but then it's a very interesting contradiction I see, where when I feel like when you make art, you want it to be moving and profound, but then when you want to consume a film or entertainment, you prefer the leave your brains at home.
No, so when I say leave your brains, I mean you need to submit to the world that the director is trying to show.
What is the world of this?
See again.
यार मेरे को ना एक point, I don't know, tell me if this is I got it correctly. Aftab Shivdasani is a dentist.
Yes.
Does he have his clinic in the Trump Tower? Because there is a scene where they pan to Trump. He has his clinic in Trump Tower.
Yes.
Okay, please tell me how I'm not supposed to accept this world.
Okay. I have a question. When we watch when we watch the entire Marvel universe,
yes,
that's not a world that is going to be real, right?
It's not going to be real. Yeah,
it's not going to be real, right? You are submitting to the director's vision.
Yes.
Like I recently saw, Deadpool versus Wolverine.
Yes.
Tell me how different would it be from like an Awara Pagal Deewana? I know it's a big statement I'm making, but okay, it's ek minute. Deadpool as a character or Wolverine as a character is a comic book character brought to life.
Yes.
The entire scenario is not a real life scenario. It is happening. Yes. The movie is expecting you to also. If I go from a pure writer's point of view as well, Deadpool versus Wolverine, Deadpool and Wolverine doesn't really give anything new to me as well.
Okay.
I think the first movie was something that was new to the genre. The entire breaking of the fourth wall, the meta. By the time the third comes, it becomes repetition. The only added new layer is the entire 20th Century Fox and
of course, the meta humor.
the
of it.
meta
Yeah.
humor. Like one of the things which I really liked in the movie also was the surprise edition of Chris Evans as one of the Fantastic Four
Spoiler
characters.
alert, guys.
Yes.
Sorry. Yeah.
Fantastic Four characters.
Spoiler
अभी
alert.
तक सबने देखी
Spoiler
होगी यार.
alert for Deadpool and Wolverine on an episode
आपने
where we're
सबने
talking
देख ली
about
होगी.
आवारा पागल दीवाना.
अब सबने देख ली होगी. Everybody on Instagram went like
Sure,
first
okay,
day for
okay,
sure.
agreed.
And everybody who hasn't seen were not
What are you
interested.
doing with your lives? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
But okay, I'm not really comparing in terms of what they are.
Yeah.
But I'm just talking about the fact that the movie, whether it's if you see both the movies, they are not really expecting you to be educative about it or get inspired, or it's world class cinema. Very honestly,
Yes, but my counter argument. I can't believe I have to use Deadpool and Wolverine.
come
as-
on. I wanted to go very
No, okay.
current right now.
My argument to that would be, here's how Deadpool and Wolverine is a better film than
Yes.
Avara Pagal Deewana. I can't believe I said that.
Yes.
The jokes in Deadpool and Wolverine are actually funny.
Come on.
So I'll tell you what. So there are running gags in both these films. Like in Avara Pagal Deewana also, by the third time Paresh Rawal is mispronouncing Chota Chhatri, I'm like, I laughed once, I laughed the second time.
Huh.
The same logic you can apply that in the third time Dogpool appears in front of Deadpool and they play an 80s music over it. I'm like, theek hai, it's a run. I get it. Like so in a weird way, I get what you're saying, that there are running gags.
Also,
here
both have
the-
really bad villains.
Who's the Rahul Dev is not a good villain according to you in Avara Pagal Deewana.
See, Rahul Dev did this one movie called Meri Jang One Man Army.
Okay.
And Rahul Dev hasn't done anything worthwhile after that.
Another thing I noticed was that Vikram Bhatt is like, this is the kind of action / comedy that I would expect Akshay Kumar to show up, because throughout the 90s he was primarily an action hero. Right? But then in Hera Pheri you completely twist that. Priyadarshan does not give him a martial arts sequence to do and also do jokes.
So this is like a very 90s thing. I've seen.
I was like, even though this film came out 2 years after Hera Pheri, somehow it looks much older than Hera Pheri.
I agree.
Because it seems like a film that should have come out like in 94, 95.
So I remember 90s had this template. Whenever the hero is battling the villains, it used to be like a game. Like there were hierarchies.
yeah.
It began with like the Indian goons. Then it came to these, there would be this one white American guy and this black American or an African guy that he would face. And then after that, okay, now the challenges are over. Let's get an Asian guy. Because Asian matlab ki bhai, this guy is like the real deal.
Yeah.
And which is the template even in this one.
Yeah.
Like you begin with... And the funniest thing in this movie, so every time Akshay Kumar comes on screen, there is this weird voice. He's dangerous. Tan, ta, tan, ta, tan, he's dangerous. And I'm like, yaar, ek bar bol ke samajh. It's proper 90s movie that is just done.
It came out in 2002.
Came out in the early 2000s. But I remember that sequence where he fights like these 4 Asian and I think, no, 2 Asian, 2 Americans, African, 4 people together, and then they are with this rope and some ulta hokar, everybody is defeated and he's standing and then he's dangerous is coming. But I remember, but there are these 90s troops that are there.
Yeah.
Matlab, this reminds me of the times of Mohara or Main Khiladi Tu Anadi, like that kind of cinema.
Again, but is that a good thing?
Interestingly, I don't think so.
Precisely.
Also, the point is now you don't even know whether this, how long was this movie being made. Like one of the things I've realized of Akshay Kumar, like this is pre-Bharat Kumar.
Yeah.
Like if you want to see whether this movie was made in the most perfect circumstances, you should see the movie and the length of Akshay Kumar's hair.
Okay.
because his hair changes every scene.
Right.
Even in this movie, one time he has these very long sideburns. Second scene, short hair, then long hair, then short hair, then something weird. So clearly, this movie wasn't made in one schedule.
Yeah.
Today, Bharat Kumar makes it in 40 days. Like by the time this podcast will come out, his
he
half
already
movie
shot
will be
one
done.
movie, yes.
So
But I find it difficult to. I don't know if they lucked out, but the fact that the central Hera Pheri trio gets repeated here and the films are just 2 years apart.
Yeah.
It feels very like, strange if this film had started shooting before or conceptualized before Hera
You know,
Pheri.
interestingly, the trio has only worked in 4 movies in 10 years. Like
Okay.
we celebrate them so much because I was just so there is Hera Pheri,
Right.
there is Avara Pagal Divana,
Right.
there is Phir Hera Pheri, and there is De Danadan. That's it. These are the
Mahesh Raval is not in Halchal. Akshay Kumar is not in Halchal.
Akshay Kumar. So
That's
so
true.
the 3 of them together is only 4 movies.
Correct,
We
yeah.
have seen versions of it.
Of them,
Like
yeah.
Bhagam Bhag, Sunil Shetty was supposed to be doing it, but
yeah,
Govinda did it, and I'm so thankful, Govinda.
And Garam Masala has John Abraham instead.
Why,
of,
I don't know.
Ishpreet, you're going to work in the industry. Do you think this episode will come to bite you in the ass?
I don't think so. I think so.
But fair enough. But yeah, you're right. I mean, in our head, we feel like they were in every Priyadarshan film, but
Yeah.
they were not. They were only in 4 of them.
Yeah, but so I think even Hera Pheri took like a few years to be made. This one took a few
Correct.
years to be made as
Yeah,
well.
yeah.
So it seems a little old. It seems a little jaded. But I think the gags work in this one.
Okay.
I would not even go into story.
Of
There is
course,
no
yeah,
story.
yeah, yeah.
There is no story. there is literally no story.
Yeah.
Hera Pheri has that because Hera Pheri also has like it's a remake of a very good movie called
Malayalam
Ramji
film.
Rao Calling.
Yes.
So this one is Vikram Bhatt, yaar.
Yeah.
Like, please. Matlab, my bar with Vikram Bhatt is very, very low.
So in the same year he also makes Raz, which was a big hit.
Yeah.
And we did Ghulam on this show,
Which he also directed.
So the guest and me and Urjita, we came to the conclusion back then it's not like Vikram Bhatt is not a competent filmmaker. It's just that he sometimes he just choose or for a majority of his later career he just chose to dial it in, right?
I call this the one day hot, one day not.
Okay.
Like one day you wake up with
But
bed.
then the knots have been piling up for
So he's just
Vikram.
been waking on from the wrong side of the bed.
Because Ghulam, if you think about it, sure, that's also like a take on the waterfront. But that's a very competently well-made film. Like
Yaar,
he's squeezed out a great performance by Amir Khan.
So anybody who works with Amir Khan, I judge them after the next movie they make without Amir Khan.
Okay.
Amir Khan has this, you can call it the directorial curse in a lot of ways also.
Right.
Because so he works with great directors. Or he works with directors who he makes or makes them look great. But after that, उनका थोड़ा सा डामाडोल चल रहा है. मतलब the director of Sarfarosh made
John Matthew Matan.
John Matthew.
His career, he made God to See Great Ho, I think.
He made it?
Yeah, because after Sarfarosh, again we discussed Sarfarosh also on the show, there was a huge slump.
He
where
made Shikhar, I remember.
He made Shikhar, yes, correct. That was his film, but that came much after Sarfarosh. Like Sarfarosh, I think was 99.
Yeah.
Shikhar comes out in 2003 or 4. So that's like
Yeah.
a 4-5 year gap. Then he makes God to See Great Ho. And then after that, I don't think he's made anything
Yeah.
impactful.
So that's...
now that you mention it, Rakesh Om Prakash Mehra made Rang De Basanti, then he made Delhi 6.
Yeah. That only worked in Delhi 6.
Yeah, but you might have something there.
Yeah, so there is that.
Yeah.
So you don't know. Matlab, I am hoping so Nitesh Tiwari made Chichore. I remember after Dangal. Chichore was decent
good.
but wasn't Dangal. Let's be honest about it.
Yeah.
But he's making Ramayan apparently.
Okay.
Like, I don't know. Rajiv Masan hasn't come to me and spoken to me about it.
That's okay.
But
why does Rajiv Masan need to
But
comment?
generally, he's the one who talks about these upcoming movies or a Taran Adarsh.
True.
Like the great movie on Twitter. Like big announcement in caps. Like big announcement. I got it.
But yeah, I
Pan
think,
India star with South girl coming together in this never before. Like these tweets is what I read. So
But yeah, Vikram Bhatt, I think there is a good director in there, but I didn't see that in Awara Pagal Divana.
You didn't even see it in Deewane Hue Pagal.
Okay, we have to go into a quick break. When we come back, I want to put some more questions to Ishpreet
Yeah.
and ask him to defend this film. But yeah, if you're watching us on YouTube, please subscribe to the channel, press the like button, and tell us why you think Awara Pagal Divana. Fuck, I'll take it again. Sorry. Okay, we have to go into it. Okay, we have to go into a quick break. When we come back, I'll put some more questions to Ishpreet and ask him to defend this film. But before that, if you're watching us on YouTube, please subscribe to the channel, like this video, and share it with anyone who you think will enjoy it. We'll see you right after this break. Hey, it's been another great week on the IVM Podcasts Network. On Cyrus Says, we've got actor and former cricketer Angad Bedi. Angad talks about what it was like growing up under the mentorship of his legendary father Bishan Singh Bedi and playing with MS Dhoni. Plus, Angad and Cyrus relive their crazy fun days on Khatron Ke Khiladi and dive into how Angad made the big leap from cricket to acting. On a century of stories, Kunal takes us back to 1995 when VSNL launched public internet services in India for the very first time, laying the foundation for the rapid growth of the IT industry and changing our daily life forever. Folks, if you like our shows, spread the word, tell your friends, and don't forget to rate and review them wherever you're listening to them. Follow us on social media. We are IVM Podcasts on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. You'll also find all our shows on YouTube by their show names, so do look out for them and have fun watching. And finally, we would like to thank our sponsors this week, IDFC First Bank and Grab. And we're back on Has It Aged Well. I'm talking about Awara Pagal Divana from 2002 with Ishpreet Balbir. Ishpreet, one thing you have to agree, the gender politics of this movie is a little skewed. Because at one point, Anna, played by Sunil Shetty, says, "ये ladies लोग को तो दिमाग कम ही होता है और दिमाग होता ही नहीं है."
Yeah, I agree.
And
but there's another scene, if you remember,
Okay.
where no, I'm not defending it.
Okay.
No chance of defending it.
Sure.
There is another scene I remember now when I think Rahul Dev is kidnapped and I think Sunil Shetty and Johnny Lever comes back and he's trying to explain कि वो lift में गए थे. तो so I think ये सुनील शेट्टी से अरे वो है ना जो अंदर जाते और लोगों को ले लेती है. अरे ऐसा सब मत बोल, लेडीज लोग के साथ
एडल्ट बात मत कर, लेडीज लोग साथ में.
No, I so नहीं the there are gender
So
issues.
your point with that was that the men in this movie actually cared about the
No,
women.
not at all. They tried to show Paresh Rawal seemed someone who cared about things. He was a good house husband. He was caring. And
was he good? I mean, the whole shtick there isn't that women are so dominating that they have kept us under their foot and that they've taken our passports and they're not letting us go back go back home.
But he was still caring.
Okay, Ishpreet.
No.
Guys.
No. Okay, there are gender issues in the movie. I completely.
Yeah.
I think, but that's also the era that these movies were made. Not that things have changed so much even now.
I mean, we just mentioned the whole alpha male genre that has, cropped up in the last couple of years. One of the big criticisms of that is again the portrayal of female characters.
Yeah, in this movie, I think the female characters hardly have 4 lines.
They have songs. After every few minutes, it suddenly cuts to women dancing flamenco, and then there are songs.
I think the phrase "Chota Chhatri" is said more than the dialogues of the female characters in this movie.
Right.
And I think the weirdest thing in this movie also is that that entire Arabic song that comes.
I mean, even in this, the entry music for although Anu Malik did not do the background score for this film, the entry he didn't.
It sounds like a very Anu Malik.
Entry song for Akshay Kumar is just the riff from Smoke on the Water. Okay, cool.
No, so things are taken. I remember this also.
Someone called Franco Vaz has done the background score for it.
Really?
Yeah.
And who's the music director?
Music director is Anu Malik. Yeah.
See, I think it's like the universe came together to get Vikram Bhatt and Anu Malik. How do you expect two people whose Wikipedia is filled who are fodder to people like, do you know this song was taken from this movie, this tune?
Yeah.
Like Anu Malik has copied the national
Israeli
anthem
national
of
anthem. Yeah.
Israel. प्यार का नहीं, शांति का उन्नति का गाना नाचा मन.
But to be frank, I heard that song way before I ever heard the Israeli national anthem.
We all we were too young.
Mere mulk mein. But the names in this movie are very funny.
Love them.
Guru Gulab Khatri, who's Akshay Kumar, and he's an underworld don. You said you wanted to.
So if I ever launch a merchandise, guys, it would have different T-shirts. One would be Guru Gulab Khatri, one would be Yeda Anna, then it would be Chota Chhatri, and I think these are the only ones which are cool.
Yeah.
And I'll have he's dangerous.
Sunil Shetty, of course, is Yeda Anna. Anna, by the way, also Sunil Shetty's
It's like
nickname.
you can't think of a name and you just randomly be like, okay, kya naam de? Yeda Anna de dete hai.
But tell me, so then in the hierarchy of the wave of comedy films that came out in the 2000s, where does Awara Pagal Deewana rank for you?
Oh, no, way low.
Way low, right?
In IQ, in movie experience. See, now the thing is, we don't. So if you had to just look, so I remember watching this movie on a VCR.
Right.
I think it was a 3-movie DVD or some kind of a CD that I had.
DVD VCR पे कैसे चला?
Sorry, not VCR.
DVD player.
DVD
yeah.
player. And now the unique thing of this this DVD was that I think this was from the UAE. So
Okay.
in between the movie, there used to be these ads of products that are not available in India, but
Correct.
somewhere
Yeah.
in the
Gulf.
UAE, in the Gulf. So I remember watching this movie at home on a DVD player. So at that time, when you watch that movie, and just after Hera Fairy, and there is this movie that has come out. And also, I think the ensemble time was just beginning at the time. So it looked like a great movie. Now, when you look back after like a decade of the entire Priyadarshan series and everything, this movie is like, you can't even compare.
Not even a decade, almost almost
Well, a decade of the
decades.
Priyadarshan era.
Correct.
And then after that, this movie is what, 22 years?
Yeah,
Oh, that's a long time.
I know, yes.
That's a long time. Like but yeah, it's, I think, from just like, I think if I just happen to see a clip of an Johnny Lever or a Paresh Rawal from the movie on Instagram, I know that I'm going to watch it. So as a whole experience, I can't watch this movie. But I think I can see clips of certain scenes with the both of them.
That too, when I was scouting the internet, at some point this film was on Netflix, and Netflix India has uploaded like a bunch of clips from this film.
Huh.
So even a prestige streaming platform like Netflix were like, I mean, yeah, they considered like whatever high art, whatever, you know, they want to do. क्या बोलते हैं उसको? Prestige TV. But even they could not resist uploading
Awara
clips
Pagal Deewana.
from Awara Pagal Deewana. Also,
I think they
saw
even have
this-
Deewana Hue Pagal. I think so.
At some point they did, yeah. Even though now this film is on Amazon Prime. Something very funny happened, by the way. I searched for Awara Pagal Deewana on Google, and the first link was Prime Video. And I clicked the Prime Video link. For some reason, it was the Marathi dub of the film.
There's a Marathi dub?
There's a Marathi dub, and here's the interesting thing. The Hindi version is 2 hours 37 minutes. For some reason, the Marathi version is 2 hours 17 minutes. So I don't know where they've clipped the 20 minutes. पता नहीं वो 20 minute dub नहीं हुआ या क्या.
I think the songs must
Or
have been
maybe the
removed.
songs were
Yeah.
taken off. What happened? But yeah, that happened.
No, but it's interesting. So I wonder, like, imagine on Netflix platform, when you write A, on one side there is Awara Pagal Deewana and on the other side is Avatar. Imagine two...
Which one would you watch, Ishpreet?
I-
Tell me.
Uh,
Which one do you need more? Keep your brains at home. to watch?
I think I would watch... I think I would watch Awara Pagal Deewana. over
Oh
Avatar.
man, what a...
Yeah.
I want to mention...
I would watch Dhule Raja over Dunkirk.
I
yaar.
mean, oh, okay. Wow.
I would go for my roots.
Actually, I mean, yeah, Dunkirk needs you to sit down and like concentrate and shit. And Dhule Raja is the Dhule Raja. But Aarti Chhabria plays Tina, who's Anmol's secretary, the dentist secretary.
There is a scene where she talks like an Alexa.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
she enters the room and she's ये अपना कुछ तो क्या
क्या बोल रेला है like
हाँ.
she does the tapori thing, but I like the fact that she's a groupie for gangsters. Like that was a nice little touch that it's a woman who's into gangsters and she collects their news clippings and stuff like people collect rock stars and musicians. Like she's a groupie.
And she gives a very seductive kiss to a newspaper article or something. Oh, mere Raja. And then there's a song that starts playing.
Yeah.
And I one of the funniest scenes of the movie is like, I think Akshay Kumar's, it's at Akshay Kumar's house. And Aftab Shidasani and Paresh Rawal are already there. She enters the room and she starts narrating Akshay Kumar's backstory. कि यहाँ पर ये बजाता था, वो ये करता
Basically,
था.
she reads out his Wikipedia
Yeah,
page.
Wikipedia page. And like, उसने चप्पल पहनी थी, हाँ. और फिर तुम डॉन बन गए थे. And then he's like, तुम कौन हो? तुम क्या? And then they
Her
start connecting.
father is also, I think, a gangster.
So her father is like the teacher of Akshay Kumar.
Yes.
And वो अच्छा scene. So they are like just connecting and there is a vibe that is happening.
Yeah.
And Akshay Kumar just pauses that vibe and he's like, अच्छा जाते वक्त ना दरवाजा बंद करके जाना. And Paresh Rawal is like every Indian middle class चाचा और मामा. हाँ चौकस. And Aftab is like कि अरे तुमको जाने को बोल रहे चलो ना अरे. And the running gag of this, so there are great running gags. Like the point is, there is a random news broadcaster who says कि ये Guru Gulab Khatri है, blah 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 blah, and they have these very cool screen images of Akshay Kumar. And this, I'm like, how are you getting all of this? And
I think they are from the scene where he's doing the Matrix wala thing.
I don't know, maybe. But and she says very subtly कि ये ना कॉफी पिलाकर लोगों को मार देता है. One dialogue, Now this one dialogue continues throughout the movie because every time they meet and like चलो कॉफी पीते हैं. अरे नहीं मैं नहीं पीता. अरे in the end also जब वो diamond देता है, he's turned to a good guy. He's giving you a diamond. He's like अच्छा चलो कॉफी पीते हैं. अरे नहीं. I'm like, so you have used one line which was randomly
Isn't
in the
there
movie.
also a scene where Sunil Shetty is offered coffee or tea and he's like, तू पहले
अरे
तू
वो
पी.
पहले तू पी. That's very weird. Like there is a close up of Sunil Shetty's lips. There is a close up of Amrita Arora's lips.
Yeah.
And this is happening. And then cut to there is Johnny Lever and Supriya Pilgaonkar also doing the same. And then she's like, okay. And Johnny, अरे ऐसा थोड़ा मैं 50. So I think I'm telling you, Paresh Rawal is the main hero of the.
I thought this role was like a amalgamation of his Hera Pheri role and like the Judai question mark uncle. Little bit.
Oh, now that's interesting.
वो कौन है? हाँ तो उसका क्या? You know, he has that questioning thing again and again.
You could say that. I think Hera Pheri's character was a little loud also.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah, that was a little loud in pitch. This also, but like now when I just recollect, Hera Pheri mein Babu Rao does not have a lot of dialogues. There's a lot more physicality. Isme he has like proper dialogues, again the punches and whatever you called it. But yeah, I think, but again, if you see all those movies at that time, it looks very similar.
That's true.
Like if you see Chup Chup Ke, the role that he's playing of Sethji,
Yeah.
that also very similar in tone. Halchal is also thoda similar.
Yes.
तो उन्होंने ऐसा हल्का change करके ना, they've just made the same thing.
Yeah, Paresh Rawal was doing 3 shifts a day back in the 2000s.
Of course. Matlab, there is no chance. I don't think of a movie which was in the comedy genre and it didn't have either a Rajpal Yadav or a Johnny Lever or a Paresh Rawal.
Yeah.
Like these three had to be there.
Correct.
बाकी जिसको भी अक्षय फ्री नहीं है ठीक है सुनील को ले लो. अच्छा सुनील फ्री नहीं है किसी और को ले लो. I think that was happening at the time.
Before we go to the categories, any last things you want to add about Awara Pagal Deewana? A movie that, anyway, I thought was and then you kind of agree with me, but then also
No,
you
see,
like
I
it.
think it's very but the point is the thing that we started from.
Yeah.
It's like today I think a movie released called Bad News.
Yeah.
Which was supposedly a very comedy.
Yeah, it was supposed to be a comedy.
But it did not work.
Right.
And there is a dearth of comedy movies today.
Correct.
if I have to see it from a larger genre point of view, and is that a movie that will make me laugh? Of course, it's 22 years
Right,
old. It's
right.
not aged well. There are a lot of problematic things.
Right. But you're saying the bottom line being a comedy should make you laugh.
Yeah,
and
but
this
there are
does
gags that make you laugh.
That I agree with. Yeah.
Like when you see Paresh Rawal in terms of the character,
Chhatri Vado.
and the end is also really good. Like in the end, he actually remembers the names.
Yeah.
So you have closed that loop. Someone who writes comedy or who performs as well, you understand that closing loop kitna important hai. So you have stuck to those characters somewhere.
True.
So
I agree.
So from that point of view, I would say, are the gags landing? Yes. Is the movie overall working? Not at all.
Okay, so let's do the categories. So from Awara Pagal Divana from 2002, what do you think has aged the best and what do you think has not aged very well?
The interaction between Johnny Lever and Paresh Rawal has aged well.
Okay.
That is something I think if you just release those clips.
Which already are viral on the internet. By the way, I saw this on YouTube and the Shemaru uploaded this film 3 years ago and it has 23 million views. So that tells you just how many people are watching it. And the comments already are 2024 people put attendance, 2020. So even though it's a 22-year-old film, people are still very much watching this. What do you think hasn't aged well?
Vikram Bhatt?
Wow, okay.
No, I think there are just random songs in this movie.
I agree, yeah. Music, considering Anu Malik, it's not very memorable. The music is not that
Awara
memorable.
Pagal Divana.
Yeah.
And there is this random alap or whatever you call it by a female. What the fuck? कुछ भी हो रहा है. And there is a random Arabic song. There is a random.
one of the attractions of this movie is that it was shot in Oman. I think the Oman tourism very heavily.
But I think then after that, a lot of movies. I think Deewane Mein Pagal also was shot similarly.
But in the beginning they thanked the Oman government also and all of that. So I think there was some cultural exchange there for the Arabic.
See, that's the difference. Hera Fairy, all the songs are amazing. Main Ladka Papa is chart buster. Also Anu Malik. Hera Fairy is also Anu Malik.
Yeah, is it?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna believe you because you're a trivia.
No. It is Anu Malik. So all the songs. मतलब देने वाला जब भी देता है मैं लड़की पापा also very अरे that is मतलब that's the like it's the middle class's dream. Like you want to wake up in that life and suddenly your boss is like क्या कर रहे हो तुम? And अरे ये भी जला दिया, sorry sir. अरे क्या तुम sir? So
that's Praful, by the way, from Khichdi.
It was Praful and that movie. No. I think that movie, that entire genre has to, the way we were discussing earlier as well. I really want all Priyadarshan movies to release in the theaters. The way Laila Majnu, Love Aajkal, Tamasha, Rockstar is releasing, Zindagi Na Milegi Dobara is releasing. I want to watch a Hera Fairy in the theaters. I want to see a Halchal in the theaters. It's a plea. Please. Let's all make this huge, petition on Twitter, on Instagram. Let's call up Shemaru and whoever. I think
is Priyadarshan on social media? I don't know if he is. Just flood his mentions and flood Shemaru's mentions to ask them to re-release these theatrically. Because that's a good idea.
I think they
will definitely do well if they're released again.
No, because we all are watching those clips. We all are growing up to it. Like I also, like even like when Hera Fairy released, no one knew this movie is going to be this good.
Yes.
Because it was the year of, I think this released like a couple of months after Kaho Na Pyar Hai. And
that's true, yeah. For me, what's aged the well, I think, what's aged the well? What's the kuan? What's aged well? I think, like you said, the scenes involving Johnny Lever, Aftab Shivdasani and Paresh Rawal, I think are fun to watch, genuinely.
Yeah, Aftab Shivdasani is actually decent in the movie.
Aftab Shivdasani, I think the guy had good comic timing.
Yeah.
I just don't know, he just didn't. He wanted to be a leading man, and that's why.
I remember him coming. His first movie was Mast.
Yes.
मुझे याद है.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think this subtle comedy thing was great.
Yeah.
I think the minute he just switched to the musty mode, where he became this horny middle-aged guy.
Yeah.
Like, I want, like this tone. I was like, Arey,
Yeah.
yaar. But I think he had potential. You were right about
Yeah.
it.
So I think those scenes have aged well. Everything else in the movie hasn't aged well.
I agree. None of that. Akshay Kumar's sideburns never age.
If you had to program a double feature with Awara Pagal Divana,
Interesting. So now the point is, double feature. I would actually go. I have two movie options, and so I would either do a double feature of Awara Pagal Divana with Bade Miyan Chote Miyan, or
the old one,
the new one.
the new one. Okay,
I'll tell you why.
Okay.
Or I will do it with Toilet Ek Prem Katha.
Okay, why?
Because I think the younger generation has only seen Bharat Kumar.
Correct.
We have seen the original Akshay Kumar, where interestingly in this movie, how does Akshay Kumar reach US?
In disguise.
No. I mean, what does he do before that?
I don't remember. What does he do?
So the entire Matrix thing that happens.
Yeah.
So he kills a politician.
Right.
And he kills half of the army and then runs off to the US. Bharat Kumar is Bharat Kumar. He's not going to do all of this. So there was a time where he used to be. He
Yeah.
wasn't taking himself too seriously.
Yeah.
Not everything had to be a social cause. Like I am really like someone who believes that actors who are like A-listers who have that kind of reach are important to spread a message, to educate to some degree, but not that everything becomes just about a messaging device. Yeah.
Right.
It's a vehicle of okay.
So your double feature is to compare and contrast.
So I want it to be a double feature where you realize, okay, this was an Akshay Kumar that we all have grown up to. Someone who used to be like, "Arey, bachche ki jaan lega." So I want them to see that.
Okay.
So that's my double feature.
Okay.
It's Awara Pagal Divana, and I would go for, I think, Toilet Ek Prem Katha.
Okay. Cool.
What would you go for?
So I was wondering, my original idea was, of course, Hera Pheri. Because I'm like, okay, you've seen, like now, once you've seen Awara Pagal Divana, now see the better version of what these three people are capable of.
Of course.
But now that you compared it to Deadpool and Wolverine, I was like, why not watch it with Deadpool and Wolverine? Since according to Ishpreet, both are mindless.
You know what? Also,
creatures.
interestingly, Deadpool removes the sword. So does Johnny Lever in the movie.
Wow, kya baat hai. The parallels I never saw between Marvel and Vikram Bhatt
Yes.
have been brought to the table by
Yes.
Ishpreet. Thank you so much, Ishpreet. Finally, it's time to rate the movie, Ishpreet, on a scale of 1 to 10, on a Has It Aged Well scale. So, 1 being nothing has aged well and it's totally a product of its time and does not stand the test of time. 10 being, wow, I find something new every time I watch it. It's a tricky predicament for you because you've kind of made both arguments in this episode.
I would give it a 4. I know the answer.
You would give it a 4.
4 because
Out
I
of
would
10.
give a star for every for Paresh Rawal or Johnny Lever.
But this is a bizarre. So according you agree with all the drawbacks of the film,
For the 4 performances, yeah.
but still you're saying this film is dear to your heart.
It's no. So the point is, I would give it a 4 star for the 4 performances.
Okay.
As I said, it's a movie where if I see a clip coming on a YouTube randomly
yeah.
or an Instagram randomly, I'm not going to be like, "Meko nahi dekhna hai." I'm going to watch that clip. Will you see me watching it on a random Saturday like the whole movie? No. So the point is, I have grown up, Abbas, in a time where television was all I had.
Correct.
And I've seen all these movies, like not only these ones, but even the ones which we have discussed in the past.
Halchal and Hangama.
Halchal, Hangama, matlab Videocon is...
Jitu from
Jitu from Videocon is like, arey, amazing. I've even seen Nayak so many fucking times. Like, it's a movie that's so imprint in your head. But again, from the 90s, right, from your Shola or Shabnam, Deewana and Mastana is something that we have discussed in but that's one of my favorite fucking movies all the time.
For me, it would be a 3 on 10.
No, but we are close.
I think that's why I was very surprised by that. But I'll tell you what I took away from this film is, again, we talk about Priyadarshan so much and the way he made films in the 2000s, and the general perception of those films are like these were also like low budget, cheap comedy films.
Yeah.
But when you compare this with a Vikram Bhatt film like Awara Pagal Divana, and you again, I'm making comparisons to Hera Peri because we just covered that. Even the smaller things like the visual look, like the way the things are framed, like the way the things are shot. Avara Pagal Divana, most of the film looks very flat. It looks very like, the sets look a little artificial. You compare that with Hera Pheri, where in sadder scenes you can see the shadows. The garage, which is supposed to be a beaten down garage of a lower middle class person, genuinely looks like that. The doors are creaking, the bed is creaking, the you can almost smell the toilet, which you have to sing to because there's no lock. So I took away from that. I'm like, Priyadarshan ke बारे में जो भी बोलो कि these were cheaper films made on a low budget, he still made them look good and got great performances out of these guys, as compared to an Avara Pagal Divana, which has all the pompousness of a big budget song and all of that.
It has a Hummer. Like for the first time I saw that big car.
Yes.
And I'm like, oh my God, what car is this? Because I think this was also the time where like these big cars were coming in. Because earlier, 90s, all we saw like a Tata Safari.
Yeah.
Like these chase sequences with jeeps and everything. I think 2002 is when Avara Pagal Divana and we saw the Hummer. I think a couple of years down the line, we saw the beautiful Tarzan the Wonder car.
Of course.
By DC.
Yeah.
Dilip Chabadia. So I remember this, like growing up, watching these cars and being like fascinated with them.
Correct.
So I get your point that with all the scale and shooting it abroad, it looks like, I think the house of Aftab Shudasani also looks like a very set thing.
Yeah, very.
ऐसा अजीब सा white color का कुछ मतलब hall किधर है, kitchen किधर है, क्या है ये, कुछ समझ नहीं आ रहा है.
And I think to your point, yeah, I mean, this is very much like a Set Max movie.
Yeah.
The kind of movie that was always on in the background while we were kids. So you can't divorce that from the feeling of watching these films. But for me, it's very much still a product of its time, and 3 on 10 I would give. So 4 on 10, 3 on 10, but of course for Ishpreet it holds a more precious place in his eyes.
The jokes will. I will always laugh on the first interaction of Johnny Lever and Paresh Rawal.
Yeah.
अरे छोटा छतरी, अरे में
Little umbrella.
You just reminded me of that.
Cool. Those are our ratings for Avara Pagal Divana. Let's
3 and 4.
3 and 4. Let's quickly do the alternate ending segment right now. All right, this is the alternate ending segment where we suggest an ending other than the way the film ended, or we pitch a sequel. The sequel for this movie has already been made, spiritual sequel called Deewane Hue Pagal, which I give 0 out of 10.
So basically, see, Vikram Bhatt, Abbas liked this movie.
I would just like to say, I asked Ishpreet in the break, I'm like, do you have an alternate ending? And he said an alternate director would have been nice. But mera alternate ending...
What did you not like? Okay, Deewane Hue Pagal is bad.
Just watch the episode
it's
for that.
Bad.
It's very bad. As compared to that, I thought Avara Pagal Divana was watchable. I think Deewane Hue Pagal was unwatchable.
Yeah.
But anyway, for this, I was like...
तू समझा? अरे तू नहीं समझा रे, तू नहीं समझा.
Because there are scenes where people remove their masks and it's revealed to be someone else. I would have liked if there was just a shot at the end where the now that Akshay Kumar is suddenly Darya Dil, right? And we're like, oh, the change of heart. And then he removes the mask and then it's revealed to be Rahul Dev again.
Oh my God!
यहाँ पे सब
शांति है.
Oh, can you think of something where I mean, not that the film ending needs to make sense, but what could have
Vikram
been
Bhatt was
done?
known for his horror movies.
That's true.
Like it would have been. I think the alternate ending would have been.
Everybody's a ghost.
Like something like that.
I mean, to be fair, Rahul Dev does fake his own death, technically he is dead on paper.
Yeah.
But so he's kind of like a ghost.
Yes.
You know
So
what I mean?
like I think like Akshay Kumar. I think everybody is a ghost or something of that nature, or like or Akshay Kumar is the ghost.
Oh.
Yeah. He's the one who's been a ghost all along.
Om Puri's ghost comes back and like, Kanjaro, मैं मरा ही नहीं.
Yes. I think that's interesting.
There you go. I think we have a great alternate ending for Deewane Hue Pagal. Sorry, not Deewane Hue Pagal. Awara Pagal Deewana. Deewane Hue Pagal has to be scrapped from scratch.
Yes.
But that was our episode on Awara Pagal Deewana. Ishpreet, thank you so much
Thank
for
you
making
so much
time
for
out
having me.
and being on this episode.
I have been wanting to come, guys. You should ask Abbas. I have mentioned multiple movie titles. Matlab it began with Deewana Mastana,
Yeah.
which we will still do.
Which we'll do, yeah. Once Urjita is back, we'll
Yeah,
we'll
yeah,
have you back on
yeah,
and
there
we'll do
is-
a full-fledged panel.
I would love to do that.
But before we wrap up, Ishpreet, once again, where can people find you? Anything you've got coming up that people can
So yes,
look
a
forward
couple of things actually. So people can find me on Instagram. My username is Ishpreet Balbir, ISHPREET BALBIR. And I am performing at the Habitat, which is in Bombay, a place in Khar. I'm doing an ensemble show, and I would love for you all to come.
This is the one storytelling show that you do.
It's an ensemble show, so I'm doing around 15-20
All right,
minutes.
cool. And where can people book tickets for this?
Book my show or Insider.
Cool. The ticket links will be in the bio and the description, so please check it out. You can follow me on Instagram at AbbasMomin88 and I'm at
Please
AbbasMomin on Twitter. So do that, and next week we'll be back with a new movie and a new guest, and hopefully Urjita will be back with us. So we look forward to that. Once again, one last time, if you're watching us on the IVM Pop YouTube channel, please subscribe to the channel, like this video, share this with Vikram Bhatt and other people who you think will enjoy.
Please. Vikram, we need an Awara Pagal Deewana too.
So yeah, please do that, and we'll see you next week with a new guest and a new movie. Till then, bye bye.